Hello, and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. We've got
John.
And I am Ken. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Not much.
Happy 4th of July, Ken.
Happy 4th of July.
It's summer's, the summer's going. Yeah, fireworks. Insert firework here.
Yes. Exciting, yeah. 4th of July, Independence Day. Hopefully the aliens aren't coming down.
Yeah, where's Will Smith?
Yeah, where's Will Smith when you
Randy Quaid. We need Randy Quaid.
He will slap the shit out of those aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah. So what are you doing anything?
Well, before we get into that,
Oh, yeah, I'm
let's
sorry.
try, I'm staring at this beer and it's in my hand, and I went to go sip it before we started. And
John doesn't want to do any small talk beforehand. He's like, I want my beer and I want it now.
Yes, it's in my hand, ready to go, and I'm shaking.
He's like, this is my fix, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
So last week I mentioned that I did District 96 for Father's Day.
Yes.
And I actually brought some stuff back with me.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was a good day.
Yeah.
The place was popping.
All right.
I love the food. I love the environment.
And you said you talked to the owner over there, too. It's a pretty cool dude,
I talked to Johnny.
Yeah.
He's the owner there.
That's
he
a
actually
tough name to
told me.
remember.
Yeah, right. He actually, I made a little clip.
Oh, you did?
We'll show it in
Oh.
a second. When I was making it, I asked permission. I said, hey, do you mind if I do a little clip? I do a podcast. And he's like, dude, go downstairs where we make the beer. He's like, go down there and do your clip. And I was like, no, I want to do it from up here because I got more.
Dude, I would have said, no, let me check it out downstairs.
I can show more from up top. I could show. And then he invited us to, whenever we want, to stop down and record there if we want.
Nice.
And he said he would even hop in with us.
Oh my God, we are so we gotta start scheduling these things.
We do,
man. We're so bad. We've got like dad schedules now. He's
know.
got his kids in sports, and my kid has sport. Or well, he just finished sports, but yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, we don't know how to take this equipment with us on the road. No, that's not true.
No, we can make it work.
We can do it on our phone.
Yeah, we can make it work. Yeah.
So anyway, I brought back some beers from them because District is one of my favorite places. And let's show the clip real quick. You want to show it?
Yeah, let's put it right here.
Good. What's going on, everybody? It's John from our Speakeasy podcast, and today I am at District 96. We stopped here for some grub and some drinks, me and the fam. See, this is where they make the beer, right here, down below. This is the tap room side, and then on the other side, they have a full restaurant called the Burger Loft, with some outside seating. You can see the picnic tables out there. And I am drinking Abrupt U-Turn. It's a 6.8% IPA. And haven't tried it yet. Gonna give it a shot. Everything from District is so good. Oh, man. I'm loving it. I'm going to buy a 4-pack of Photo Op, which is their flagship IPA, to bring it back for me and Ken to do on the show. And that's it. Peace. Yeah, so the place, like I said, was popping. We sat in the District side. It's attached to the Burger Loft.
Yes, Burger Loft. Good burgers. Good food.
Good burgers. To me, top 3 wings, maybe even one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the wings there.
I don't know if I've had their wings. Dom, can you verify, please?
Yeah. Their wings are
absolutely
absolutely my favorite. Their fries are great. They have these little dipping sauces that you can buy. I always get the garlic. It's garlic lemon or something.
That does sound good, man.
So freaking good, man.
I remember, because I used to work in that area, and I remember going to Burger Loft just to give it a try.
Yeah.
And this was before District 96 was fairly new.
Right.
And I remember going to the Burger Loft, and I was like, geez, do they have anything but this District 96 whatever beer? I never heard of it. And I remember having it. I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good beer, though. So, and now it's like, okay, yeah, District 96.
I love D96 beer, man.
Big
love
deal,
it.
yeah. Really good, really good. If you want a burger, beer, they have liquor there, too, as well. And
Yeah, they have a full bar, yeah.
Yeah, they got everything there.
My kids had milkshakes.
Nice.
My dad had a mojito.
Oh.
Yeah. My wife gets margaritas when we go there.
All right.
Really cool spot. The outside's really cool. We went there for your 40th.
Yes, we did go for
That's where we ended.
We ended. My 40th birthday, which was now a couple years
quite
ago.
a few years ago.
Well, no, it was not. It wasn't quite a few years ago.
Before pandemic.
It was during the pandemic.
Was it during pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, you're right, because we sat outside for a lot of places.
Yeah, we sat outside for a lot of places.
Right.
But it was we did like a little pub crawl. We went from like Ambulance Brew House.
Yeah,
we
we did like a Nyack Nanuet mix.
Yeah. We kind of hopped around, did a few spots.
Two Villains, which are making a comeback, by the way.
Oh, really?
They're teaming up with Muckraker to make their own little tap room.
Oh, that's right. I did see something about that.
Yes, sir.
I did see something about that. That's pretty cool.
Two Villains, an original Bricks guy, so I'm excited for Two Villains.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, D96, cool spot, good food, awesome little beer garden in the back.
Yeah.
Where you can hang out, have a 40th birthday like I did. And,
I believe they're opening up another location.
Really?
Which we'll talk about that in the future when they actually open, because I don't want to overspeak on where it is. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I did talk to the owner about that, and I believe he owns a hop farm too somewhere where I think he might grow his own hops. I have to look into that as well.
Well, that's even more innovative there. We have something like that. Reddington Brewery, which is not super far from here, they have a hop farm as well.
Yeah.
But the beer is...
All right.
It's no
give
D96
him a chance,
for
give him
me,
a chance.
at least. Yeah.
So this is their we're doing Photo Op. This is like their flagship go-to.
Okay.
And it says Northeast IPA, New England IPA, 6.5%, easy drinking.
Easy drinking.
And just a good go-to beer.
Well, let's drink this bad boy. Cheers.
That's good. That's really good.
Oh, yeah. It's so nice. I think I want to take a photo.
Yeah, it's just a good beer.
It's really good. Yeah.
You know, I think Dom got me into District 96. He used to get them for us a lot, and he goes up there all the time.
Yeah, I'm assuming John knows Dom probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I actually asked him if you knew. And and I'll tell you, when I went up on Father's Day, so the people that work there, they're awesome people, man.
Yeah.
I told him I'd shout him out. I don't know if he's going to watch this or not. Probably not. The waiter's name was Brian.
Oh, okay.
And you know, everything we needed, he was always there, and he was really, really good bartender. Cool. Really, really cool guy. Hung out with us, talked for a little bit, and it's funny. My sister has a boyfriend, and we kept saying, "Oh man, you know, this would be a, guy to go for. Get me free beer." You know what I mean? I just, just ripping on her a little bit. No disrespect. I love my sister's boyfriend. But to have somebody who worked in a brewery, it would be good for me. Selfishly, good for me.
Yes. Well, maybe I'll date him.
Yeah, I was going to date him. But shout out to Brian. Awesome waiter there.
Yeah.
Really cool dude. Hooked us up with some good stuff. And I love D96, man. And my kids like it.
Awesome beer, man. This is crushable. Yeah. Good.
We'll do another one from them, a newer one in a few.
Yeah, we'll put that mid-episode.
Yeah.
So back to 4th of July. I had mentioned it before, but John was, he just wanted this beer, and he's like, I want it now. But you know what? What beers are you going to be drinking for 4th of July? Anything specifically?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. My options are, today is 4th of July.
Oh, yes. Well, is it?
We all know we record a few days early.
Yeah. Totally forgot that. But happy 4th of July today,
happy 4th
guys.
Of July.
Yeah.
So I may be down the shore right now, or I may be up North Jersey too.
Do it? He's in two places at once. He's recording this episode.
Absolutely.
And he's
it's
down the shore.
It's magic.
Maybe.
Do you believe in magic?
When the young girls are.
Is that what it is? Young girl?
I don't
know. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well.
You're probably at your lake house at this moment.
I don't know. No, I don't think we will be.
No, you're here.
No, my wife.
We're talking crazy stuff.
Is going to a Tori Amos concert.
Oh my god!
This weekend.
Really? She's still around?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
And she's going with a friend of hers who's a big Tori Amos fan as well. And she's like, I booked it. She's like, we're doing it 4th of July weekend. I don't care. I was like, all right, whatever. I don't care.
Out of respect for your wife, I will keep my comments to myself.
Yeah. But you know what? I am a Tool fan, and she has collaborated with Maynard before in the past. So, yeah, apparently.
I think Tori Amos, and I just think like girls who don't shave their armpits and like
that's like
sit on a stool or under a tree with a guitar.
I saw a couple old high school friends post Alanis Morissette concert was recently.
Yes, I saw that as well.
Yeah.
But that's different. Alanis is not Tori Amos.
But she probably has hairy armpits too, and you ought to know.
I ought to know. That was good.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
So anyway, so my 4th of July weekend might be slightly lacking.
Is up in the air?
Yes.
You want to come down the shore?
it's so tough when you have a 5-year-old. You can't really enjoy yourself
You know
the way
what?
you want to enjoy
It's
it
so
because
busy
it's just
down there.
chaotic sometimes.
Yeah. And honestly, my ass has to work July 3rd.
Okay.
So to go down the shore Saturday, Sunday, I have to come home Monday to go to work. Tuesday's 4th of July, which is today. It's hard.
Yeah. I guess. It's not like the 4th of July is falling on a Sunday or Saturday. Where you would have that Friday or Monday off.
Right.
Where they observe it on that day.
A lot of people do have off Monday. They have work at nice places. I personally don't.
Yeah.
And I have a softball game. My girls have a softball game as well.
So at least there's a couple things going on, and it's not like you're just doing it for your job or just. Doing it for
North
whatever.
Jersey has a lot of fireworks, so we'll go to see some fireworks. Maybe both days. Bloomfield does good fireworks over at Brookdale Park.
Yeah. We're not there yet because by us the fireworks are always like
they're lacking.
They're late. No, they're late. My son goes to bed usually 8 o'clock.
Yeah. You got to let him stay up one year to watch the fireworks.
I know. Maybe I don't know if it's going to be this year or next, but yeah, we're getting to that point
13.
where I know
14.
I was never I'm not a big crowd guy, so I'm
the same. I'm the same.
I'm not like in a rush to do it necessarily.
You know what bothers me? It's not even the crowd around you when you're there. It's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You go into a place that's really populated with people watching, and all of a sudden it takes you an hour just to get out of the parking lot.
Yeah,
I can't. When it's done, I want to go home.
Yeah, just make sure you're making a right when you're leaving out of Brookdale Park instead of a left, because then you're going to cause that big traffic jam there probably. It's like an exit there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
I don't know what joke you're trying to say.
No, because
I don't know. I know it's just like a big path where you got to go like all around.
Yeah,
the park,
you come out and then you can make a left when you leave or a right. Anyone making a left is gonna.
I guess it depends on where you come out of though. There's a few exits.
I used to live at that dog park over there, so I used to be there all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you live at a dog park?
Well, I used to take my dogs there all the time, so I was there.
And you live there? You had a bed?
All right.
Come on.
Yeah. So yeah, exciting 4th of July. Do you think people forget what 4th of July? Like, if you ask some
100%.
young kid, do you know what 4th of July is about? Do you know what we're celebrating? Do you know what's going on here?
100%. They have some of them don't have a clue.
Yeah. It's our Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Yes, we're celebrating America. It's America's birthday, right? So it's how?
I mean, I guess the younger kids, like your son's age and lower than that, obviously they don't understand and know. Like my kids now are in the 7th grade, actually they're going into 8th now. It's summer; they'll be in 8th grade. They did a whole American Revolution thing in 7th grade, So we did Washington D.C. for spring break and Philadelphia, and they seen the Declaration of Independence and all that. So they do get it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what the first thing people think about.
Yeah.
They think about a day off. They think about barbecues.
Well, that's how it is for everything nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Memorial Day, Labor Day, all that stuff. You know?
Memorial Day is not really in memoriam to the troops.
Past,
it's who can eat as many hot dogs at the barbecue. It's sad, but that's the it's the way of the world. That's the way of the country.
Yeah. And it's about barbecuing and stuff, and fireworks and
yeah.
Well, we'll see. Hope maybe I'll decide to do something, maybe local, something grilling or whatever. But I don't think we're going to do any fireworks or anything special.
Right.
I mean, just spending time with your family should be special. So,
how do you think they spend 4th of July over in England? You think they celebrate over there?
Well, it's funny. I was in Ireland the one year, I think, during 4th of July, and they had some bars had 4th of July.
Did they really?
Well, look at us. We have Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate at bars and stuff like that. That's Mexican Independence Day, so
yeah. Well,
that's
honestly just.
In England, might be a different story because, well, you all know that story.
They lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Cinco de Mayo, though, I think we do that here just to.
Yeah. Yes. Drink Coronas.
Yeah, because look, not to be a dick, when you're going to say you go to Chevy's, right, or.
That was the big one by us back in the day.
Right? We used to go to that party all the time, the Cinco de Mayo party. But who's working?
Yeah.
We're partying and living it up, and who's working?
Yeah.
Right?
He's like, this is my holiday.
This is my holiday. What can I get you?
Yeah, I know, right?
Javier? Dishes?
Yeah. We're celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
This is my holiday.
Get to work.
I'm not being racist or stupid, but that's honestly, it's
reality.
It's
of
reality.
It.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
But I mean, what if the Brits won, man? What if they? How do you think life would be?
I don't know. I mean, we'd be drinking a lot of tea instead of beer, maybe. Right? This would be a tea and crumpet podcast.
Yes. Would you like some tea and crumpets?
1 lump or 2.
It's Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Bang.
1, 2.
Yeah, it would be a different world, man. Not to say anything bad about England now. It's definitely chill now.
Isn't that strange? England's like a cool country.
They're chill, man.
And we fought them, like.
Yeah, nothing bad about it. Like, yeah, that was years, and that was many years ago. It's like the Germans. Even though the Holocaust was within the past century.
Yeah.
Like
they're our friends now.
Yeah, the Germans are pretty chill. It's like, or look at Japan.
Well, the Germans really had nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Yes. True. But we did.
We interjected to help.
We fought them. We killed some.
Right.
You know, they killed some of us.
But it really had nothing to do with us.
But Japan is a different story. They bombed Pearl Harbor.
They did, yes.
And
they did.
And now we are like really good friends with Japan.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I think it's the mutual hate of China.
Yeah.
Spain. You know, the Spanish-American War.
Oh.
You know, they're good peoples now, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we get along. You know, Russia's always been hit or miss.
Yeah. A couple years they go right.
Yeah,
no good.
we're friends now. We'll drink vodka now. Yeah, we'll have some vodka now.
Yeah.
Then in 3 weeks, screw Stolichnaya.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody's be dumping their. They're going to be going for Tito's and dumping their. What is it?
Well, that was a big thing with this whole thing with Russia when the war started. A lot of bars. There was even bars that were like Russian, like people who were Russian owned. They're like, oh, we don't agree with this and this and that. And they're like, they have to make it a point to say we're not part of this. You know,
what's that popular Russian vodka?
Stoli,
yeah.
Yeah, but that's Stolichnaya. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
It's Stolichnaya, technically.
Stolichnaya.
Yeah. But the Stoli,
like Schwartva.
There's Popov. I don't know if that's Russian, though. Yeah.
Tito's, I mean, that can't be Russian.
No.
A guy named Tito.
Yeah. Sounds Mexican.
Yeah. That's funny.
I thought it was. For the longest time, I thought Tito's was tequila.
Get your vodka.
Yeah. I mean, I was a Kettle One guy or a Grey Goose growing up when I used to do my vodka back in the day. But
I was cheapest as I can get.
Yeah, Popov.
Stoli.
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff, yeah.
But yeah, well, happy 4th of July, everyone.
Hey, if the British won, we would be speaking English right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, we are speaking English. Just not the accent.
A variation.
Yeah. What else, John?
So, I don't know if you have seen in the news over the past couple months, there's been some crazy issues with cruise ships, man, and the weather. So, the Carnival Sunshine was the first one. That's the ship I was on last year.
Really?
It came back in a bad storm off the coast of South Carolina. It was supposed to dock. It was too windy and too stormy for it to dock, so it just kind of sat outside the port.
Okay.
And got nailed by the weather. Instead of deviating, it just sat there and waited for it to pass. But the storm absolutely destroyed the boat. Not destroyed it, but water was coming up. They had to evacuate from floors 1 through 4 because water was coming in through balconies, through windows. People were scared for their lives. They were. It was. If you look at the videos, and it was all over the news. It was pretty bad.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. And now the people are. And now a Royal Caribbean boat a couple weeks ago, there was hurricane force winds as the boat was in port, getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
Passengers didn't get warned, so they're out there in their bathing suits, and all of a sudden, lounge chairs flying everywhere.
Oh my God!
There's a video of a man holding his baby while dragging his stroller. Lounge chair flies off the deck above, lands on the stroller.
Oh my God!
If that kid was in that stroller,
oh yeah,
ooh boy,
that could have been fatal.
Now, people are saying, well, who's to blame? Is it the captain? Is it the crews making the captain? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Why weren't... I mean, listen, Mother Nature's a bitch, man.
It is.
It's part of your cruise contract.
It's beyond our control. Yes. Do we have an idea of what's going to happen within the next whatever amount of time?
Yes.
It's like anything. The further out you go, the less you know. But they should have known that maybe a monsoon or something was on the way. They have that technology nowadays.
So they do.
Yeah.
The Royal Caribbean claims, hey, wasn't that bad. It was like a 20-minute thing. Mm-hmm. We waited to leave. We could have left, but we waited for it to pass, so it didn't happen like on the ocean.
Yeah.
The Carnival one, they were coming home. They had to get into dock for the next people to go out. They didn't pull into port and probably till like later that evening.
Yeah.
And got everybody off. New people on. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't really think there's anybody you can blame for stuff like that. Yeah. I think if you're on the ocean and you're in the middle of your cruise, the captains know. They'll deviate around it. Or you. You were... Was it you? No, it was Joe. Our buddy Joe. Was it you too?
Me too, probably.
You were supposed to go to Bermuda, and you wanted to go to New England.
I was supposed to go to...
You told this story before.
Yes, I was supposed to go to Bermuda, and then I went to Canada instead. St. John's.
Same thing happened to our buddy Joe. He was supposed to go to Bahamas, got deviated to Canada.
Yes.
Because of the storms.
Yes. It happens, and it really throws a wrench in your trip, but you're kind of just... SOL when it happens. You're
it's part of that cruise contract that says we're not responsible for the weather.
I found out the night before, so I had to take all my bathing suits and everything out. I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to Canada. So
imagine somebody flying in from like California.
Yeah,
all they have is hot weather clothes.
But unfortunately, that's just part of booking a cruise. It is. It happens all too often, and you have to be prepared for it. And it is what it is.
So I am booked for one in August.
Okay.
We are leaving out of Virginia, and we're doing an 8-day cruise.
Nice.
And my wife was weary. It's August. It's middle of hurricane season.
Yeah.
But what can you do? You're going to revolve your life around that? I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. What do you do? Yeah.
It's summer vacation. You can't limit yourself to what you do because you're afraid of a little storm or a big storm. Or
you could just do
if a storm happens, the ships, they know what to do.
You could just not go and plan a different vacation too, Yeah,
but this is what we want to do.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. If you want to go during hurricane season, that's what we do what you can do.
I do. I want something to happen so I get a voucher for a free one for the next thing. But it's
that's what happened to me. We got a voucher.
See?
For all drinks and stuff. For
See,
break base. It was like a $600 voucher or something like that. So
I just think cruises get a bad rap.
Yeah.
And there's always the norovirus outbreak and all the other stuff, and you can't control that, man.
No,
you can't control
it's beyond your control. Yeah. People get gastritis and diarrhea all over the place, What are you going to do?
Yeah. What are you going to do? You can't be scared to do stuff. Like, I'm scared to fly.
Now, I'll have to say...
Because I'm going to die.
The last cruise I did go on, that was the one that was detoured. It wasn't as good. And it was a ship that I had been on before, and it just wasn't... It's crazy how much a brand new ship 4 years, 5 years, 6 years later does not look brand new anymore after, whatever amount of years. It just looked dated. It looked... I'm like, wow, this is not the ship I remember it to be. I was in love with the ship.
What ship was this?
It was Liberty of the Seas, I think. Okay. It was. Yeah. Yeah, so it was one of the Liberty whatever ones, because those were the
Royal Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the bigger ones. It was Royal Caribbean, yeah. And I don't know, it wasn't the same. It was not like the original time I was on it. It was just everything was just like I said, brand new, looked gorgeous. And then obviously there was a wrench thrown in the plans because it got diverted to a different location.
Do you think that was the reason why you were a little upset with the ship? If the ship was in the Caribbean and it was hot and you were enjoying yourself with some cold drinks by the pool, you think it would have made it a better experience for you?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, it would have been it would have been a better experience regardless because it was going to the location I wanted to go to. So, yes, it would have been better. But would it have changed my views on the ship in itself? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Years ago, I went to Bermuda on a cruise with friends, and we hit a tropical storm on the way back. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
People were throwing up everywhere.
I think we talked about this.
Oh, it was nuts.
It was like a chunk in the movie theater.
Yeah, but I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
The time of my life.
And I
You just got to make the best of
owe it
everything.
all to you.
And
People are like, oh, God, they're singing again. Stop it.
shutting it off. Let's open up this other one.
Yeah, let's open up this other one. Yeah. Nothing to these cruises. Let's cruise on to another beer.
Let's cruise on to a beer.
Yes, sir.
This is called Nasty-Snarky Question.
Ooh.
And this is another Northeast IPA. It's funny how that's what they call it, Northeast IPA.
Not New England style IPA.
And this is also coming in at 8%.
Which I guess is the same. Northeast IPA, New England IPA.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's got some color to it, buddy. Woo-hoo. Hazy bazy.
Sorry.
Making all this noise over here. Where's all the racket?
Just doing a little bit.
Not doing a full can?
No.
Okay. Pour me a freaking huge glass, and he's like, I'm just going to have a sip, Ken.
I like this.
Yeah.
This was pretty good. I hope you like it too.
I hope I like it too. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. What was it? Wait, did you say the details on it already? I'm sorry.
8%.
8%.
Yeah.
Very good. It's good.
Nasty, snarky question.
Nasty. Just nasty. It's good. I like it. Which one do I like better?
That's the question.
I think I like the
Silence.
I like the first one slightly better, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm down with the flagship. The
Yeah.
the photo op to me is they're better.
I mean, they're both good, but yeah, I think I might be leaning to the first one just slightly. It might be just one of those things like what I'm in mood for that day. This has got a lot going on with flavors, so I'm not going to complain.
This one's
about
more
it.
flavorful.
Yeah.
Definitely more flavorful. But the other one to me is just an easier
Yeah, it's an easier drink.
drink.
Yeah, I agree. But still, nonetheless, good job, guys. And thanks for making good beers.
Good job at what you do. Thanks for
Good
the invite
job.
over. We will be.
Yes, there
We'll
you
be
go.
covered.
I knew I had to think of for something. I couldn't think of it. I was like, well, thank you guys for.
Maybe we need like AI to start filling out your thoughts.
Yes.
You can't do it on your own anymore.
I think we're going to eventually replace me on this podcast with an AI individual. I'm
Yeah.
going to put a hologram up. And
I'm going to be talking to nobody.
Yes.
And then once you see it, there'll be somebody sitting there.
probably be more interesting
It'd
conversations.
probably be more entertaining than us.
It'll be more entertaining. Yes, we're going to have, actually, that's what we're going to do. Two AI, John and Ken, and we're going to have them think and do all that stuff.
What's AI stand for?
Artificial
Asshole
intelligence.
individuals?
Well,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, what is with AI recently, man? I feel like it's like the new thing, man.
Scary, dude.
I see Paul McCartney's like doing a new Beatles song, and he's using AI for the voices, and it's a big deal in the music industry now.
There's no Beatles. There's no reason why the Beatles should be coming out with a new song.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah,
Except for him and Ringo.
and Ringo.
Ringo don't sing.
Wow, he might as well just be. It's probably Paul's the only one alive.
Ringo probably wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just Paul.
Just Paul.
Ringo's dead. I mean, he's alive, but he's just.
But he just is. I don't know. It's scary. I think that's a big part of the, there's a writer's strike going on as well.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that.
I think that's also part of it because, AI can write a script to a movie or a show just as good as a human being, if not better.
Yeah, what is with that?
So it's pretty scary.
Like, and how does the AI know what's good? How do they know this is a good, like, what is funny? What has emotion? What has this? What will bring this?
So I don't know if anybody has Do you have Snapchat?
I
You don't
use
have
that.
all that
No,
stuff.
No, I'm an old man.
So I have Snapchat, and there's now a feature that is an AI robot you can
Okay.
talk to.
This is why I don't do these things.
And just messing around, I told him I have stomach issues. Like, what do you suggest? And he suggested Metamucil.
Metamucil.
Like a robot, like that.
Yeah.
Suggest, hey, take some Metamucil, it'll make you flow. And I've been using Metamucil ever since, and it's been working.
Thank you, Dr. Robot.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
He's my new. Who's your doctor? It's Dr. Robot. Yeah, I guess there's some beneficial things about it, but as far as when it comes to writing music, things of that, I just think when I think of music, I think it's like an extension of your emotions. I think it's something that can connect with some people. Some music connects more to certain people, and some music connects more to other people. And I think with artificial intelligence, can it create something that it's like you're not just a fan of the music, you're a fan of the band. You're not just a fan of you're a fan of the band where you might say, "Oh, who wrote that song? What was their past? Where did they come from? What was their inspiration?"
Right.
That's part of it, I think, and that's what makes
you're
you like it
using
even
AI,
more.
There's no inspiration anymore.
Yes.
It's just
Yes, and that's what makes you like it even more. There's real raw emotion behind the song. There's real raw emotion behind writing these lyrics. It was someone who suffered that may have written something. It was someone that
went through a breakup, or had a high or a low.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to feel the same way when the robot
Johnny
or
Five
AI is like, and I broke up with her? Like, what the fuck do you know?
Your robot girlfriend. Go away.
Is there such thing as robot head? But but anyway,
you know what's scary though? So we had the discussion when we were talking about this, and I told you I was watching one of these news shows, and so AI now can mimic your voice. Right? They have apps where it can mimic your voice.
Yeah.
And the reporter just talked like normal, didn't say anything. And the guy who had the AI said, all right, watch what he can do. People can record your voice using AI.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
And turn it into whatever they want. So this person it was the reporter's voice, and it called his wife. Mm-hmm. And it said, I've been kidnapped. This is not a joke. Blah, 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 wants this amount of money, run to the bank, get a check, I need you, blah, blah, blah. And it was the reporter's voice.
Yeah.
What they can do is they can call you on the phone and you can say, hello, who is this? You got the wrong number.
Yeah.
Now they have your voice.
Yeah.
And they can do whatever they want.
I know.
Whatever they want.
I know.
This is a scary, scary situation. It's a scary, scary world.
Yes. Right, write me a check for this amount of, or he needs a check written to whatever. It's okay, honey. It's okay.
It's
just
okay.
do it.
It's not a joke. It's me. Yeah. I love you.
I know.
I was talking to my dad about this, and my dad's like, you know what? We need to start having like safe words.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, what's the safe word?
Exactly.
You know? Butter pecan.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Butter pecan. Yes. And that's how you start the conversation. The wife should say, honey, what's your safe word?
Yeah. Safe word.
Yeah. Is this real?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, not to get off topic real quick, but you are in banks and you work in banks.
I do.
It's been
just one.
Well, yes. But there's a whole big thing. We're going to get back to Abe, guys. I'm, you know how I get off topic sometimes. But my wife was telling me yesterday, there's a big thing now where they're saying you have to, if you're mailing checks to pay bills and stuff, you have to actually, the best thing to do now is to go into the post office, drop it into the slot. Don't use the blue, because what's happening is mailmen are getting robbed. They're robbing those the blue bins, mailboxes or whatever, and check washing. Have you been hearing about this recently?
Check washing has been going on for a long, long time.
Yes.
I see less and less people do write checks. Well, personal checks. Businesses, unfortunately, have to write checks.
Yeah.
But check washing has been going on for a long time. I see fraudulent checks a couple times a week at least.
Yeah. It's interesting, and it's like, and I was talking about my wife, and apparently, if you're going to write checks, people maybe use the gel ink. Is that what it is? The one that's not the regular pen ink.
Yeah.
Just like the gel one that's going to be, it's in there deeper.
Not a Sharpie, but something. Yeah, between a ballpoint and a Sharpie.
Yeah, I think they call it the gel. Because I go to my wife, I said, well, what's going on with these banks? And she's like, no, it's not necessarily the banks. It's a check. The people are getting it. They're removing someone. Say that someone wrote a check out to Bob Smith, and they are erasing Bob Smith, and they have these things that they can erase the ink, and then they're writing their name or whatever name, and fake whatever, and they're cashing it. Or writing it out to cash.
Yeah. Or now you have these copiers and these printers that you can put an image of a check in there and it'll actually print it for you, and it's on the screen. You can dictate you know, who it's being made out to, how much it is, and then print it, and it looks like the thing.
Like legit.
Like, you know, what we were talking about with the guns and stuff, when people are making, you know, it's
pretty crazy.
It's
technology, people. Technology.
Technology, to be honest,
it's not our friend all the time.
it's not your friend. Yeah, it's exactly.
It's like you ever see these restaurants when the credit card machines
just as much as help you.
The credit card machines go down, and some of these restaurants have no clue what to do. That's why I say you got to have the old.
Remember?
You need the thing
swipe,
the swipe thing that copies your credit card information, and they just dial it in when the credit card things are back up and running again. You know, and just input it then manually. But yeah, back to AI.
It's scary.
It's like the deep fake stuff too. You know, they have it where. Like I said, mentioned way few episodes back with the Star Wars. It had one of those Mandalorian or whatever ones, I forget which. It was one of those Disney Star Wars ones, and they had Luke Skywalker, and it was a young Luke Skywalker, and it was his voice and everything, but Mark Hamill had nothing to do with it. Just insane.
Yeah, that was the last episode of The Mandalorian season 2. Yeah. I mean, I could sign on to Snapchat right now, and I can ask, you know, what a good hoppy beer is, and it's so sad that you're speaking to a robot.
Yeah.
And it
My
answers
AI.
right away.
That's what it says on there. My AI.
What's the best hoppy beer?
Hoppy bet. Hey, how's it going? What's up? That's how what it writes.
It's not going through because then we're in a basement where there's nothing happening down here.
See, AI can't take over everything
Maybe
unless you have an internet connection.
If anything bad happens, stay in the basement.
Yeah, stay in the basement. Put it on airplane mode.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's showing me off now.
Yeah. Yes. So we don't.
But anyway,
we can't rely on.
You
this
can
stuff
see.
all the
You
time.
can see that it talks to you right away, and so it's a scary thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, what kind of beer do you prefer? It's.
Yeah. Screw that.
And then it sent me a link. The Taste of Alcohol, the world's largest selection of beer.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Anyway, but back to what we were saying. So you're saying the screenwriters, everything, the writing of shows. Do you think there's a threat to actors as well? Because they're going to say, well, they can cut me out and eventually. I think it takes away from things.
Yeah. I don't know if it goes. Well, what do you mean? Like the actors being replaced?
Yes, where they have.
Or like images of actors? Like
you can have a Samuel L. Jackson that will never age, and you can have him.
Yeah.
And so you're doing Marvel movies, and you want to do a Marvel movie, which they do younger selves of these actors.
I was gonna say, look at Robert De Niro in the
Irishman.
The Irishman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
They made him look young.
Yes. How far?
And it looked real.
How far can you go with that? How far? And like I said, with this music and everything, I guess it's cool. I would say I would listen to it if Paul McCartney did make a new Beatles song, just out of pure curiosity. But there's still, once again, it goes back to what I was saying, that raw emotion, that feeling behind the music. It is technically a song that...
Like, you're listening to John Lennon, who's dead.
But it was a song that he had, I guess, written already, but that John Lennon wrote when he was alive, but it just was never made into a song, and they're just going from there.
I don't know. I think it's going a little too far.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I think that it's going to be a lot different in 10 years. I think technology nowadays, I think with the artificial intelligence, we're moving way too fast.
You think it's going to be different for the bad, or for the good?
Both.
We're going to lose jobs.
Oh, there's already jobs lost.
Yes.
But that was the issue. That wasn't places, I hate to say it, but places like McDonald's and these fast food places, they were forced into it. Because with minimum wage going up, and they're saying, well, you have to start paying your 17-year-old employee $15, $16 an hour, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No. Because
you have an official place like McDonald's, it's a corporation. You can't do under the books with that stuff. And they're said, okay, do you really want to go that route with us? And all the people, and this is a heads up, people, all the people who are complaining, they're saying we need a living wage. They're not realizing these $15 or these, which were minimum wages, whatever, going to be 15. these jobs that were paying $8 an hour not too long ago were jobs for college kids that wanted to get into the industry, learn the industry, get some cash to go out and freaking go to the movies with their friends.
Right.
It wasn't supposed to be a living wage, and now McDonald's has kiosks, and Taco Bell, they have kiosks. When I went to go to Taco Bell now,
You can't order from the counter anymore.
yeah, I go right to the kiosk.
You have to go to the kiosk.
Yeah.
The one in my town, you have to go to the kiosk.
Yeah. So you had 3 cashiers in the past. Now you have 3 kiosks, and it's also it's forming a disconnection between humans because now we can't interact.
But let me ask you a question on the other side of that.
Okay.
You think that could also be because more people are getting lazy, they don't want to work, or they think that they should be getting paid more money for what they do?
People think they should be getting paid more for what they do. They do. I don't know if it's a lazy thing. Maybe.
Like, you think these companies are just doing it to save money? That's got to cost just as much money.
No. Initially, yes. But in the long run, no.
Yeah.
In the long run, it's like these supermarkets now. Do you see how many self-checkouts there are nowadays?
Oh, yeah.
It started out with like 3.
My Stop and Shop, I believe, has 6 self-checkouts and 2 live people.
Yeah. And mine has, I think, about a dozen self-checkouts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and let me tell you, John, there is a line
to self-checkout.
to self-checkout.
And the person is just sitting there like this. I could take you.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I know.
But at my local shop right though, they have this thing where like the scales or something are too sensitive now. And when you put because now in New Jersey, you got to bring your own bags. So I'll put my bag down, unexpected item, and I'm like, it's my bag. What do you want me to do? I got to put my stuff in the bag.
But the one good thing is I can buy 5 pounds of broccoli at $2.99 a pound and enter banana at 49 cents a pound and get a good deal. So maybe it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, when it tells me are those because there's like bananas and there's organic bananas. I just put bananas. Yeah. I'm not lying. It's bananas.
Yeah. Bananas, broccoli's next to bananas. I just did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. 5 pounds of broccoli cost me $1.98.
Oh,
my bad.
Not the broccoli.
Not the broccoli.
It's the bananas.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, it's going.
Anyway,
it's going too far. I don't know, but let's see. I think, like I said, we're going to see a lot happen because I already see it happening already between this AI with the deep fake stuff, all that stuff. I think in 10 years, someone within the next 3 years, I'm going to go as soon as that, is going to create a movie that's strictly AI, I think,
Oh, of course.
Yeah. If it hasn't been done already, who knows?
Yeah.
Strictly, it's just with smart. I mean, we're so disconnected as human beings nowadays. It's pretty pathetic.
You
But
think it'll be like Back to the Future 2 when you go to the diner? It's going to be Michael Jackson serving you. Like,
yeah.
Hey, what can I get you?
Yeah, I know.
And it's just going to pop up from the...
Yeah, that's how it is. They hit the nail on the head with a few things. People don't realize when you watch Back to the Future 2, and Marty, before he got fired, there was the TV screen was a flat screen.
Yes.
Any average Joe who watches that now, they don't realize. They don't realize. We didn't have flat screen TVs in the 80s.
No.
So when you watch it now, you think nothing of it. But the reality of the situation is they knew what was happening. They knew it was a flat screen TV.
We have hoverboards. The only thing we don't have are flying cars, really. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Who knows? We have, well.
Oh, God, yeah. That's the last thing we need.
Yeah. So we'll see. This is a topic I'd like to talk a little bit more on at a different point. Let's... But I think we're gonna start wrapping it up right now.
Yeah, let's start wrapping it up.
We have a new bourbon. I am cracking this one open now. This one has been sitting on the bar here.
Yeah, you've been talking about this.
This is a Jack Daniel's 10-year. This is actually
this is a whiskey.
Yeah. Well, Jack Daniel's
They don't make bourbon, do they?
Okay, Jack Daniel's follows the rule of bourbon, but they in particular don't call their bourbon. They call it Kentucky. Tennessee whiskey.
Okay.
Yes, that's a Jack Daniel's thing.
That's interesting.
It's bourbon though.
That's very interesting.
Yes, but for some reason Jack Daniel's just calls it Tennessee whiskey.
Okay.
Tennessee whiskey, sweet strawberry one. Jay, that was for you, buddy. Chris Stapleton.
Is that the guy with the beard?
Yeah.
Looks like he's homeless.
So this one, I haven't had it yet at all, but I actually got a few bottles of it, and I said, well, I could definitely crack it because I have some spares. This is batch 2 of the Jack Daniel's 10. I only have, I think, one of the batch 1, so I didn't want to open it yet, so I'm going right into the batch 2. 97 proof, 48.5% alcohol, for anyone that is curious. And this is a limited release, people. It's not like your typical... This is not like the Jack Daniel's that you can just buy on the shelf. This one's a little bit harder to find. And I actually had to buy this kind of on the secondary market, this one in particular. So it was closer to like $150 for this one. So.
Wow. Never thought a Jack Daniel's would be like on a secondary market. You know, you think Jack Daniel's, you just think...
No, Jack Daniel's makes some... They make some good limited release stuff. Let's just put it that way. And I'm a fan of their limited release stuff, and I wanted to get this one. So, I'll put this back up here. See how the nose is?
It smells good.
It smells good. A little caramel. Yeah. So like a dark brown sugar or something like that. Getting in there. Slight vanilla. Yeah, it's good. Cheers.
That's pretty good.
That's really good, man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a nice proof, too.
I feel like I do taste a little brown sugar cinnamon in there.
Yeah.
Something.
Hint of cinnamon. And a hint of love.
A lot of love.
Lot of love.
Oh, Jack. Good job, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I would not expect this. I think Jack Daniels, I think Jack and Coke, whiskey.
Not with this one, bro. On that finish, I'm getting a little baked bread, sweet bread. Like a molasses kind of bread, I don't know how to explain it.
It's sweet.
Yeah, it's nice. Cookie, maybe.
It's not, there's no burn.
Yeah.
It's very smooth.
A little sugar cookie, yeah.
Very smooth and very sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
right up my alley.
It's a good one, man. I definitely have, this might be a nice little special occasion sipper here.
Now, what do you plan on doing with the others? Just holding on to them, or is this a trade bait? Or?
It depends how many I have. If I have more than 2, then yes, and a third one I might want to sell off or trade off or something. Okay. You know, maybe get a little bit of something secondary. I got lucky and scored a couple bottles just at the stores. Okay. Because there's also a 12 year. Oh. So they had the 10 year came out. I think it was a year ago. And then they came out with a batch 2 recently of the 10 year, and they introduced a Jack Daniel's 12.
Gotcha.
So I have. So if you can't see it from here from the cameras, you see a Jack Daniel's 12 and a 10 year there. Yeah, that's a batch 1 though. That Jack Daniel's 10 year you see over there. Yeah. Sorry.
So
you guys
that's a
can't see
1.
that.
That's a 2. And then you got the 12.
And I got a 12, and I think I have another 12 laying around somewhere. So maybe I could open the 12 at some point as well. But this is nice. It's good, easy drinking.
I like it.
Good flavors.
I never really was a Jack Daniel's guy.
Yeah, can't complain.
This is good.
Can't complain.
It's 2 different entities, though. It's not Jack Daniel's that you think of.
Yes.
At a bar.
Yeah. So if you go back, if you look on my shelf here, we've had the rye in the show. That was one of our really early episodes, so we had the rye. So that's the single barrel rye that came out like 3 years ago, maybe. And then there's the other one I have up there is the double barreled one, which I haven't cracked yet. That's another special release one. Which, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll open it at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a backup of that one, though, so we'll see.
You got to open it to taste
I know. You're right. I'm so weird. But I have so many open bottles right now, as you can see, watching this show.
Yes, sir.
I want to, start getting rid of stuff that's open first before I start opening new stuff, like I'm doing right now. But, yeah. All anyways, right. Shout-outs.
Let's shout out. We're going to shout out to District 96 today.
Okay.
Thank you inviting us down. Thank you for having me when I was there.
I got to go up there with Johnny, too, and I'll say what's up to you guys as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our Americans celebrating 4th of July today.
Yeah.
Watch your fireworks, eat your hot dogs, but remember what the true meaning
is. Yes,
I'm
proud to be an American.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to not AI. I am not a fan. I don't think you belong here. I think you're taking people's jobs and I don't know. Maybe in the future you can do something good, but right now I don't see any good out of
If
it.
you're going on a cruise, make sure you know how the weather's going to be.
Yeah. Hey, listen, don't let the weather deter you. Yeah. Cruises are the phenomenal vacation. It's my favorite way to travel, my favorite vacation.
You still can get really fat eating a bunch of food and drink a bunch of beer, so you'll be all right.
Yeah.
So,
if you hit bad weather, just stay inside at the bar.
Yeah.
That's all.
Cheers to Jack Daniels. Awesome one, guys. This is my first time trying it. First time John's trying it, obviously. And
cheers, Jack.
Cheers to Jack, because sometimes I say John doesn't know Jack. And as always, guys, cheers to you.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Be safe.